three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Blocking foul. That is one. That's his 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And stolen by Thornton.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
There's the 3. But they'll get another chance. Lopez kicks to Smith. The 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Jackson with it. Now Smith defending. Jackson drives in. Drummond with a screen on Smith. Leads. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, just take a look at what Lee's done tonight. He has 12 points and 1 rebound.
This is his first free throw of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Robinson comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Marcus Thornton. And Sloan kicks to Smith. Hits it from 3-point range. Smith's got 45 points.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. Freak number 1.
And you can't.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now, here's Meeks, covered by Smith. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lopez.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Smith for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Pistons trail by 18 to the middle. Johnson can't hit.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Smith outside. From outside the arc. Rebound, Detroit.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Lee with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Rob. In transition, here come the Nets. Smith for 3, and that one's good. Smith's got 48.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Drummond a screen. Jackson dishes to Drummond. The rebound by the Nets. Young's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Smith. Shot is off. And Detroit the other way now. Meeks with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. He kicks it to Jackson. Drummond a screen. It's Lee, top of the key. Just 5 on the clock. 11 feet away. Lopez with the block. The Nets on offense. They're on a 12-3 run. Smith, no good. Pistons trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Nets leading by 23. Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Ilyasova out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Drummond in the post. Henderson defending. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Lopez against Jackson. Detroit, no good that time either.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
The feed to Ilyasova. Henderson pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's good. 6 points here for Thaddeus Young.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. For the Pistons, Lee's checked in for Ilyasova. Johnson comes in for Caldwell Pope, and it's Jody Meeks in for Brandon Jennings. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And here's Jackson. Back to Lee. To halt the run, Meeks, good. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Smith, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Now, here's Meeks. Tight defense on him. Here's Lee. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Nets on offense. They're on a 19-5 run here. Smith with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And it's Smith missing. The Pistons have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. And the foul called on Freak. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Chris Kaman is checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Young. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Marcus Thornton.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. For threes. Smith, and that one's good. Smith's got 56 points in the game.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems. because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
And the basket by Jackson. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Smith with it, guarded now by Jackson. Again from deep, the three-pointer good from Smith. Smith's got 59 points.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Morris a screen, just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Smith against Jackson. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Smith. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And the 3 off target. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Jackson, and it's Jennings in for Jackson. The Nets. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. And freak, it was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the work of 3 players out there tonight and got the points to prove it.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.